Hello, welcome back. We're going to be getting into the behavior system that we've been working on, and we're going to be back in LookerStudio, but this time we're going to go over a couple of aesthetic features that we can work on. These are really simple touches that you can do to just make it look a little nicer and make this more like a web page that you might want people to actually navigate to. So the very first thing is I'm going to add a brand new page. I went ahead and named this. So if I go into page, manage pages, actually, I haven't named it. Let's name it now. We're going to rename that. We're going to call this our landing page. So this is just our main page. And so now off to the side, if I expand that out, you'll see that. I did it right. Yeah, second time's a charm. So I'm going to jump in landing page. There we go. All right. So now I can navigate off to the side. If anybody comes in and actually views this page, they have these icons as well that they can use. If it's reduced, that's still there. But some people might overlook this and never get past your front page. So we're going to build in some additional ways of navigating around. So I'm going to add a couple of controllers on here. And then what I'm going to do is a button. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play with some of the aesthetics of this button before I get too far in. And we're going to click Style. And I'm going to go ahead and change its color. And I'm going to increase its roundingness. It's just a bunch of little extras just to make it stand out a little bit. And so now I've got this little button that right now, if I was to click View and click this thing, it doesn't do anything. Like there's no action there. So we have to actually tell it to do something. Now, looking at this, when I go to the setup, there isn't a lot to apply here that makes a lot of sense. Because if I think about inserting a link, I'm going to be thinking, okay, that's going to take me to a different website. And it can do that, but it can actually help us navigate through the page. So I'm going to hit Insert Link. And yet again, nothing clearly saying like how to navigate in this page. We do see that it says paste a link or select a page. You can't tell that clicking on this will actually expand out, but it does. And so I actually click and say, go to my main page. Now, I would unclick this, especially if you're navigating within a page. If you're sending someone else to a different location, if you're wanting your forms to have a button, this could actually open the form for you in a separate tab. I'm going to actually turn this off. And now I have this button to take me to the main page, but it just says new button. Now, I don't see anywhere here on the style where I can name this, but this is one of the few places where I can actually click and you can actually see it's a text box that I can actually name. So we're going to do main page. And now when I hit view, when I click main page, it takes me to the main page. Just like what this would do, it's actually navigating there. Now, probably recommend adding another button to the home page and help people navigate, or keep all of these buttons consistent and apply them on every one of your pages. Completely up to you. Now, to get a couple of extra buttons in here, we can actually duplicate this. And I want to just do 3 of these real quick. So this one, I want to change it from going to the main page. I'm going to switch it to doing our charts. And I'll rename it chart. This one I want to change from going to the main page. And I want this one to go to the graphs. Yet again, when I go to view, now I can actually navigate between these. And we're going to actually jump around. In order to change the background, we have a couple of options. I can go with just altering the color. If I do right click and I go into page settings, I can get over here to style, and we have a paint can, and I can pick a color to have it go off of. Step beyond that, I can actually go down to gradient and actually add in some additional colors here to get more of a option in what I might want my page to look like. So these are all completely up to you. It does alter your page to make it stand out a little bit more. It gives more of a feel, more production value to it. So would recommend doing this. Just changing that is a really easy feature. The other option we have is actually to insert an image. You'll notice anywhere on this current page setup, on the styles, I don't have any of that as an option. If I go into theme and layout, same thing. I don't have anywhere where it will actually pull in an image. I got nowhere where I can paste that. There is an option, and I'll point this out a little bit later, where I can extract a theme from an image, and that will actually help you carry through. But we have some different options that we can do. The first thing I would recommend is actually jumping into something like Canva or Google Drawings and actually build something. So I'm going to kind of clear out this that was just kind of toying with. And I'll show you how we can build something to fit what we're going to go for. The very first thing I'm going to do is go into my page settings in LookerStudio, and I'm going to pick let's do a portrait this time as my first landing page. Maybe that's a little too big. Well, it's okay. We can leave it. And then when I'm in LookerStudio, I'm going to actually force my canvas that I'm going to work off of to be the same. So I'm going to come over here to resize. I'm just going to bounce back and forth and go to the width that's listed here. I'm going to copy it. Paste that in, and then go back and get my height. Copy. And paste. And then I get the option down here to resize. So there's my canvas that I'm going to work off of. And then I'm going to come up here to design. And it's got some recommendations. I'm not really too concerned about its recommendations. What I want to do is try to find a color theme. So let's kind of stick with this orange looking color, and I got nothing. Part of that is because of the fact I resized the canvas, and what you can actually do is do that in the aftermath. So let's undo. And so now I've got some of these orange colors. I want to use this one for what we're going to do. So I got this autumn fill. Now if I come back in here and resize, and that was a 900, 1200, it's going to force what was here. So it wouldn't be able to find those previously, but now I do have it. So I have this layout, and you can see there's these little kind of like shadowy boxes in here. So this isn't just one graphic piece. You can add in different things. You can start building up some elements that you just want to exist on your page, just to have it have a little extra aesthetic pieces. So maybe I want this little shadow box. I'm going to get rid of this one. Maybe I want this to exist underneath each of my buttons. So I'm going to duplicate this. I got 3 buttons. There we go. And now when I'm ready, whatever design you add in, whatever aesthetic pieces you want, you can put in your school logo on this and have it carry through. I'm just going to download it. If I hit share and download. There we go. Now back in LookerStudio, I do insert and upload from computer. You can actually find it over here as well. But there's the image icon. Pull in what I just did. And it's going to create this smaller graphic on here. But you'll see it'll predict and it'll snap into the corner. And then I actually start sliding this down. It's going to end up fitting perfectly on our page. But it's hiding everything. So I got a couple options. I can go to arrange, order, and send it back, or I can right click and say order. And I want to send that to the back. Now, my little buttons here, I said I wanted to have it where it's having that little shadow effect on each of these. So I'm going to put those in position and make sure they line up. And now I can hold the shift key and grab all of these. And then now any little edit I make to this is going to make them all be affected simultaneous. There you go. Now I've got a little component on there that looks like it's supposed to be, and it's actually just a graphic in the background. So I can do that to each of the pages. I can tweak them to where each of them follow that. The other option is with this graphic in the background, if I right click it, there's a second piece there. There's this extract theme from the image. And now this color scheme that's here, it's going to let me carry that through to my other pages. And so as these had themes, it's going to help me match things up. So you'll see a little differences in each of these, and I can actually now go into theme layout, and it's right there as an option. It's a nice little touch, just an easy way of just tweaking each of these. The buttons, we can have this navigate to, like I said, your Google form. You can have it navigate to another school page, all kinds of different information. You could actually pull that in. But that's a nice little option for us to just edit this and make it look a little nicer for what we're going to be working on. If you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and thank you for your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with other educators your passion for transforming education. Keep innovating, educating, and changing lives. See you in the next video.